Hello guys and welcome to Cool Vision. In this video we're gonna look at Cape Town. Cape Town is the oldest city in South Africa, located at the extreme southwestern tip of the country. It's a popular tourist destination known for its stunning natural landscapes and diverse cultural heritage. Cape Town is also the legislative capital of South Africa and the second largest city in the country, with a population of 4.7 million people. Some say it's the best city in the world, so let's see if it lives up to this name. Cape Town International Airport is about a 25-minute drive from the city center, and renting a car is highly recommended. As you leave the airport, the view is going to be like this, and it might not exactly scream vacation. But don't worry, once you hit the ocean, it's like flipping a switch. Boom, vacation mode activated. One of the first things I recommend doing is simply driving along the coast. I guarantee you'll be saying, wow, look at that, on repeat. The first guy that we met was super excited about living in Cape Town. And you know, excitement is contagious.
Oh, my name is Travis T, man.
Nice to meet you. My name is Slava. Tell me something about Cape Town, like what you love about the city.
First thing, beautiful woman. And secondly, man, just a beautiful view, man, you know? And also, everyone around Cape Town, man, is so kind. It's not like Joburg, you know, Joburg is up and down, but, you know, Cape Town is just like more relaxed, you know. You can just relax after work or whatever it is. Yeah. So that's basically it, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me show you the greeting of Cape Town.
Oops, I got it wrong. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Is that a proper greeting here? Is that how you do it?
Cape Town is a city of diverse neighborhoods. Let's look at some of them. Sea Point is a lively, affluent neighborhood famous for its scenic promenade along the Atlantic Ocean, with people jogging, walking their dogs, or joining group exercise sessions while soaking in the salty sea breeze. The promenade also has parks and open spaces where pets can run free. Well, under supervision, of course. Sea Point attracts an eclectic mix of residents, from Porsche driving elites to the less fortunate.
So what are you guys up to today? I see you got beautiful dogs.
We're walking the dogs and then we're going to do some work.
Wow.
And
you walk your dogs every day?
Not every day.
Wow.
Not the same time.
And is this your most favorite spot?
To walk them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to walk them here.
Yeah.
He's old, he only walks a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Otherwise on the mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
And have you always lived in Cape Town?
No.
No? Where
From
do you come
Johannesburg.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Nice. I visited Johannesburg before coming
It's
here.
not the same like here,
Oh,
right?
it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
This area is also home to a significant Jewish community, and it offers stunning ocean views paired with plenty of restaurants and luxury apartments. Right next door, Greenpoint is famous for the Cape Town Stadium and the lush Greenpoint Urban Park. If sports are your thing, there are tennis courts and the Metropolitan Golf Course. Greenpoint is a tourist-friendly area and an excellent choice for anyone visiting the city. The V&A waterfront is a bustling harbor with shops, restaurants, and luxury apartments at the waterfront marina. You know it's a wealthy area when you see a row of Ferraris like this. Love it. There are tons of things to do. You can ride the Cape Wheel, take a sunset cruise, go shopping, or kayak at Battery Park. If you're into history, the Cape Town Diamond Museum is a must-visit for those interested in the history of diamond mining and South Africa's significant role in the global diamond industry. You can also check out the Two Oceans Aquarium. I've been to a dozen aquariums around the world, and let me tell you, this one is top tier. You'll see African penguins, sharks, and so much more. The food options are fantastic. Try the Time Out Market. It's a culinary hub where you can experience local specialties, like the boba Thai, biltong, or Cape Malay curries, plus a variety of drinks, all under one roof. The waterfront is a great place to listen to some live music or watch some African dances. If you're into fresh, local produce, I recommend you visit the Oranienzicht City Farm Market.
And it's every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. But Wednesday it's at nighttime, and Saturday and Sunday it's morning time.
You'll find organic, locally grown fruits and vegetables, free-range meats, artisanal breads and cheeses.
We come from Brittany, northwest of France, which is the place where the crepes and the galettes are coming from. And we make everything from our flour. So we grind our flour and to make these beautiful galettes and different buckwheat products.
And how long have you been in business in Cape Town?
It's 20 years I'm in Cape Town.
Whoa!
I love it.
So guys, now I'm going to be trying ginger shot, and I hope it'll keep me energized for the rest of the day.
Oh, it's so bitter.
Here we do free tasting for classic chai lattes and golden milk. No sugar, no caffeine, no additives, and yeah, we do free tasting as well.
So we specialize in cold smoked tuna. So it's just like smoked salmon, but all wild local fish, caught in Hout Bay.
Yeah, and it's all local.
Yes.
The Cape Town Central Business District, or CBD, serves as the financial center of the Western Cape, and it's home to the South African Parliament. Some of the most magnificent historical buildings include Cape Town City Hall. This Edwardian building was built in 1905, and it was built from honey-colored Ulitic limestone that was imported from England. This is where Nelson Mandela gave his famous speech after being released from prison in 1990. In front of it, there is a public square called the Grand Parade, with a statue of King Edward VII, who was King of the United Kingdom and the British Dominions, and even Emperor of India from 1901 until 1910. Another fascinating building is the Castle of Good Hope. It's a 17th century bastion fort and the oldest surviving colonial building in the country. Also, it houses a military museum. Speaking of museums, District 6 Museum tells the story of a multicultural neighborhood that was forcefully cleared during apartheid. The museum's exhibits feature photographs, artifacts, and first-hand accounts that bring the history of this community to life. Another museum I recommend is Iziko South African Museum. It's one of the oldest and most comprehensive museums in the country, an impressive collection of natural history, archaeology, and anthropology, including South African dinosaurs, African cultural artifacts, and ancient rock art. There's also a planetarium in the same building.
No,
The weather today, look at
not
that.
the best. I mean, if you ever come to Cape Town, you'll know there's 7 seasons in a day. Yeah, so
I'm
this is-
disappointed.
Yeah, well, me too as well. We had beautiful sunshine yesterday, but yeah, this.
What brings you to the CBD today?
So I've got a casting at the moment.
You serious?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm an actor.
So you've like taken parts in local movies?
Yes.
Or like international ones?
I did a show called Blood and Water, which is on Netflix, and that sort of blew up all over the world.
Whoa.
But mostly local stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So name some of the favorite movies that you've starred in.
My favorites, Blood and Water is always tops, and I know a lot of people know that. And then I've got another show, Recipes for Love and Murder, which was quite big in the UK as well.
So let me ask you this: as a local,
Yeah.
what's your favorite location in the city?
My favorite location, anything in Sea Point. I think Sea Point is kind of the hub where all the fun restaurants are, some hangout places, bars, and the vibe is just amazing. As soon as you sort of enter the city, it's all good, but as soon as you take the turn towards Sea Point, it just feels like you're in a different place. It's beautiful.
This is where my hotel is, so I guess I picked the
so
right spot.
you picked the right spot, always.
All right, well, good luck
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
with everything.
Enjoy the trip.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Long Street is a hub for nightlife with numerous bars, clubs, and live music venues. And every Thursday of every month, they have a party day. Streets are filled with young people partying and celebrating. There's a number of strip clubs and adult entertainment venues too, but always be mindful of safety, especially in the evenings. I talked to a local barista, and he said that while the lower part of CBD is more or less okay, the upper part is not.
The upper side of, I would say, Long Loop and those areas, there's daily activities, I would say, that happens there.
And you also mentioned like extortions, so they can extort a business basically.
Yeah,
by-
there's a lot of that happening.
Is that like
There's
protection money they're asking for?
protection money for their businesses. And that's quite harsh on the business owners here. And several of them has actually closed down also as well.
Wow, okay.
Because of fear.
The most famous feature of Cape Town is Table Mountain, which dominates the city skyline. You can hike to the top or take a cable car to experience breathtaking vistas of the city. But they say hiking alone is not recommended. Once at the summit, you can relax with a cup of coffee while taking in views of the city, the coastline, and the surrounding areas. Now, the flora and fauna of Table Mountain National Park is very unique because 70% of it is endemic, meaning the species of plants and animals can only be found here and nowhere else in the world. That's why they call it one of the 7 wonders of nature. Like the Fynbos biome, a unique mix of natural vegetation found in southwestern South Africa. From here you get a wonderful view of the city, CBD, Sea Point, all these different areas. And also, I think it's a good idea to come here in the morning because there is no wind. For colorful photos and Cape Malay food, head to Bolkop. You might want to come here if you want to try some Cape Malay food or make some Cape Malay friends. You know me? That's good.
I don't remember the exact name, but I tell you, he's good.
Follow this guy.
Yeah, follow me, yeah.
Once a district for Malayan, Indian, and Indonesian slaves, this vibrant neighborhood now celebrates Cape Malay heritage. All the houses were once white, but have since become painted into a rainbow of colors. We visited a Cape Malay restaurant and talked to the owner.
Hey, hello.
Hi there, how you
What's
guys?
the name?
Anis.
Nice to meet you, Anis.
Nice to meet
Why don't you tell me about the area and how it came about?
Where this was still a farm, when this was still farming land, then the farmers they couldn't get people to work the soil from the area. Then they brought people in from slaves. They bought slaves from India, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, and then that's how they came. And when they came over, the slaves came over to work the land. They also brought their own cuisine. So what they do is they have the list of their spices. They ask people from the area, do you have any spices that are quite similar to what I have on my page? And then they give them a substitute, and then that's how the flavors and the different cuisines came along. Basically a fusion.
Yeah, so now Cape Malay cuisine is different from, say, Malaysian cuisine.
Oh yes, the flavors are all different, the taste is different, the texture, all the meals are just completely different, yeah.
What do you like about this neighborhood? What makes it special?
It's extremely safe. People are extremely friendly. Like you see when you go down the road, how many cars are parked outside. Most of the people have their cars parked outside, and here and there you'll find a couple of garages, but it's extremely safe. The people are very, very friendly. So yeah, it's just lovely.
And this restaurant is family owned?
It's a family owned restaurant,
okay.
Yeah. We started way back in 2006.
Okay.
We started a little restaurant. We started off as a coffee shop, and then we jumped into the meals.
Yeah. Food was great, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for coming along.
The local birds must have thought my drone was creeping up on their turf, and they decided to take it down. Oops. But my trusty Chinese drone took the assault like a champ and came out smiling. The bird flew off, probably thinking, that'll teach him. Well, joke's on you, my feathery friend. Now it's his turf. Now let's visit Langa. Langa is one of Cape Town's historic townships, home to around 52,000 people. It was one of the first areas settled by freed slaves. We visited the Langa Cultural Center, where locals create pottery, design custom jackets, and play drums.
Fabric that I had regarding nature, as you can see the flowered side and also the back. I cut a lot of nature.
I love
it. But then within
so
that
colorful.
nature,
it was a fantastic experience. This is what a local grocery store looks like.
And then go. Come and buy and then they go. And this is for the...
And this is a barber shop.
Welcome, you have a seat. Make it shorter. Like yours. Like a bit like yours.
We also stopped to buy some pies.
It's made out of dough. You can come in, and then from here we will roll it and make small balls like this, right? And this is a shape how we use this to shape it because it has to have a certain shape. It has to be round. right?
Yeah.
And then we do this, Now it's getting ready to go to the oil, to be golden brown. It depends. It depends. To me, I like it plain.
Okay, these are the ready ones.
With
Okay.
French bologna.
How much you charge for one pie?
I charge 10 rands for one.
10 rands for one. Okay. Пирожок.
There are so many fantastic beaches to choose from. Clifton Beach, for example, is one of the most expensive suburbs in the country, with luxurious properties overlooking the ocean. The average home price here is about $1.4 million. Clifton is known for its 4 secluded beaches, and I had a chance to visit the 4th one.
But the water is always cold all throughout the year, so very few people actually go swimming here. Hello, what a beautiful beach. What's the name of this one?
Clifton Food.
Okay, is this one of your favorites?
Yes.
Oh, nice. And do you live here or are you on vacation?
I love you.
All right. You're very lucky.
Thank you.
So what do you like to do in this area?
Swim. We're by the beach.
How's the water?
Cold.
I know it was going to be cold, but you still swim?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I got to try. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kems Bay is another glamorous beachside neighborhood, famous for its lively strip of restaurants, bars, and cafes, as well as breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean and the 12 Apostles mountain range. It's upscale and trendy, ideal for beach lovers and nightlife enthusiasts.
We've got a big show tonight. We're DJs called Steamo 3. My name's Matt.
I'm Nick. And we're just going around. We're gonna go get some shopping, get some haircuts, look fresh for the show tonight.
Yeah, you gotta look pretty for... Yeah, we've got about 600, 700 people tonight.
That's incredible. Is this one of your favorite locations in the city?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, we always come here.
We always come here. I actually live up the road. So it's actually, before you go into a big club with loud music, it's nice to just take a bit of, take
a
breather, go for a walk on the beach. We like to just keep things very calm before you go and,
Can you explain to me, they say there's a special vibe about Cape Town. What is that?
I think the people and the culture, also the lifestyle. You can't really go to the beaches right here and then go in the mountains, also 5 minutes away. And then everyone's super friendly and interactive. So we enjoy that, and it shows in our sets. Everyone's super friendly and gives us love and stuff afterwards.
It's just good vibes here, There's no one stuck up or anything. Everybody's just, living life as best as they can, I guess, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Do you think this area is safe?
It is safe.
Okay.
You get law enforcement, you get securities, so it's all over. It's 24 hours.
That is wonderful to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Do it. Did you have a good time at the beach?
Yes, it's lovely, and the weather also I'm enjoying.
Do you go swimming?
No, I'm not gonna swim today.
Okay.
Yes, I'm only gonna put my foot.
Do you drive or do you just walk here?
I took a taxi.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
yes. I'm coming from the Xhosa tribe.
Nice.
Yes.
Xhosa.
Xhosa,
okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Just like Nelson Mandela.
Yes, just like Nelson Mandela.
Oh, can you say something in Xhosa? Let's say, welcome to Kems Bay.
Wamkelekile e Kems Bay.
And then I met Frank Sinatra. Well, kind of. This guy wanted me to film him singing. And let's just say things did not go as planned. Sometimes people have a little too much confidence.
Unsuspicious,
Landando Beach is perfect for those who love secluded spots. Unlike other places, Landando is much quieter, with fewer crowds. The beach has relatively calm waters, making it an ideal spot for swimming. And look at Long Beach. As the name suggests, Long Beach is known for its length, stretching about 3 kilometers along the coast. It's also known for excellent surfing conditions, because the Atlantic Ocean brings consistent waves, making it a popular spot for beginners and most sophisticated surfers. Muizenberg Beach is another beach known for excellent surfing conditions and also for its colorful beach huts. So if you're into surfing, you're gonna enjoy Cape Town. If you love cars and coffee, you've got to visit Motor Village Constantiaberg. They've got a nice collection of cars, and as they say, they're all mad about all things with wheels.
So basically the main aspect behind Motor Village is we provide a service of selling cars, detailing cars. We got memorabilia which you can buy if you just look around the walls. Got a fantastic coffee shop. If you have a look over there, we've also got gaming consoles. Around the corner, we've got gin on tap, draft on tap. Okay, so it's an ultimate man cave. The types of cars we do, anything different, nothing normal. You're not going to find a BMW 320 diesel on the floor. So here's one of my little corners, Ferrari corner. You've got a Ferrari 16M sitting over here. That's one of 499 made in the world. We've got a Testarossa, we've got a 308 Quattro Ferrari 360 Spider, Ferrari California, the 30 hidden in the corner there. You've got a Ferrari Speciale, 458 Speciale. Even further at the back, you've got a Ferrari 308. That is the carbureted. If you want to go for the ultimate experience out on the dunes in Atlantic Beach, we got that, which will scare the out of you. This is a black Nissan Patrol. Most people know them about the normally V8s, but this is one done by BB Motorsport. It's got a supercharger fitted, the rims, the body kit. So you can cruise up to well over 200 k's an hour, and it is super smooth, super cool. Lamborghini 5000S Countach, also signed by Balboni, so by Lamborghini's test driver. South African special, the BMW 333. So that is a car which was made specifically for South Africa. They are gaining massive popularity if you can get their hands on them. New arrival today, GT40. Again, same as the Daytona and the Cobra. This is built 100% to specifications by Shelby.
Cape Town is a place that truly does offer something for travelers of every style and every age. If you're looking for a nature escape, visit Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens.
My name is Melissa. There's a lot of trails that one can do here. If you look behind on the mountain range here, there's quite a few you can do, so that's really lovely. There's a bridge called the Boomslang, translated to tree snake, and it basically meanders on the top of the canopy of the forest, and you can see some amazing views there.
That's
So, yeah.
incredible. Wonderful. Thank you. Let's keep
It's a
exploring.
It's a huge pleasure.
Next to it is the University of Cape Town, that is widely regarded as one of the best universities in Africa. Situated on the slopes of Table Mountain, it offers one of the most beautiful university campuses in the world. Not far from this university, you'll find Rhodes Memorial. It's a large monument built in the style of an ancient Greek temple, perched on Devil's Peak. Cecil Rhodes, as you know from my Johannesburg video, was a mining magnate and the Prime Minister of the British Cape Colony. Mr. Rhodes owned a massive chunk of the lower slopes of Table Mountain, which he generously left to the nation after his death. My friend Adam invited me to Obrai, at his parents' place in Mitchell's Plain. It's one of the country's largest townships, with a population of about 310,000 people. Mitchell's Plain was built in the 1970s to house colored victims of the forced removals during the implementation of the Group Areas Act. On weekends, many South African families have a braai, which is a social gathering around the fire for grilling meat.
So today we're gonna braai. I'm gonna make some fire here. The wood I'm using here is what we call a rooikrans. And we're gonna be braaiing some chicken and some lamb chops and some boerewors. Then you can have a boerewors roll. And we also use this Namibian hardwood charcoal. This lasts very long.
But Namibia does not have a lot of forests. Where do they get the charcoal?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Rugby match.
That's a rugby match. That's the Springboks.
Yeah,
So you're saying South African team is the best in the world?
They're the best in the world. They won 2 World Cups in a row.
Look
Nice
at that.
Golden brown chicken.
Ooh.
So I'll take the smaller pieces off first because they cook quicker. Like the wings, for example.
Right. And now it's time for me to try boerewors.
I had an incredible conversation with Adam's dad, David. He has seen apartheid era come and go, and we talked about a lot of his experiences.
David, how old are you now?
I'm 70. 70 and a half.
Yes. So you've seen this country through different stages.
Yes, I have. You know the apartheid system that they had here, and you didn't understand it as a child. I was born in Simonstown, a place, Simonstown near the coast. I went to school. I went to St. Francis School, and that was a church, Anglican church school. I went to church school, good education. I had, as a primary school, good education. Every Wednesday we had to go to church. And I went to school with a lot of white children. There was a lot of white children in my class, white children. But you didn't know it was white children. When you were a young person, you don't see color, you
don't think about those things.
You don't think about things like that. You don't
Yeah.
think about it. And all of a sudden they are missing. And you look and you think, oh, maybe they somewhere, they didn't come to school today. And a week will pass and you still see, no, they're not here. And the second week, and then I asked my teacher, I said, and his name was Mr. Wessels. Wessels, Mr. Wessels, yes, our teacher's name was Mr. Wessels. And I asked him, I said to him, where's this person and that person and that person? Don't worry, you'll find out. You'll find out, one day you'll find out, And then 1976, I think I was working already. Yeah, there was a riot, yes.
Oh, was that something that started in the uprising in
The
Soweto?
uprising,
Soweto in
yes.
Johannesburg.
It was
yeah,
but everybody was involved. Everybody was involved. All different colors. There was white people also involved. That was for the uprising. There was white people that treated you bad. They treated you, but there was a lot of white people that also stood with you.
Yeah.
That also liked you. That also invited you. Especially the Afrikaans people.
Yeah.
Especially the Afrikaans people. The Afrikaners, they invite you to come and have a braai, like we have a braai. We have a braai with them, we have a drink with them,
How did it work? You could hang out together, you could work together.
Yes.
But you could not live together.
That's right, you can't live together.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can't
everything
have
is fine, but
yes.
you live separately.
Yes, you can't have a girlfriend. You can't
But
have
also you couldn't marry a white person.
You couldn't marry a white
Oh,
person.
okay,
Yes, you couldn't marry a white person. But when I was in the Navy and you went to sea, you slept in the same cabin.
Ah. No apartheid.
No, there's no apartheid. You slept in the same cabin.
Yeah.
When you went to go and study, when you went in class, when you did your studies in the Navy, you sat in the same class. You did the same subjects, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you look at the education in that time, man, it far outweighs education now. Education was so good.
Yeah.
Like I would say, standard 6. Now is equivalent to standard 10, even if not standard 6 is more. To standard 10 now because they downgraded education so much. Then they called it the Group Areas Act. We were one of the last families to move from Simonstown.
Oh, they forced you out.
Forced, yes,
of
forced.
Simonstown.
Forcing you out.
That's why these days Simonstown is. I get a feeling it's a white town.
Yes, it's a white town. Yes. They gave me the name Colored.
Looks pretty dark to me.
Yeah,
compared to the,
yeah.
Like many people, he had much higher expectations when apartheid ended.
I'm gonna lie to you if I say that it changed a lot. It didn't change a lot. We were fooled. We were conned. And the ANC is be careful, And this country can be so powerful. There's so many people with so much skill, and they won't allow you to use that skill.
Yeah.
They won't. The white people.
We had a deep, insightful discussion about what's really going on in the country. But unfortunately, it's not PC enough for YouTube. Next day, we went to watch a rugby game with Adam. I wanted to understand why everyone loves this game so much, and I was not disappointed.
Is there any specific team that you support?
The Blitzboks, the South African sevens team.
Oh, nice. And they're playing today?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you can try a local foods. What'd you get?
It's a boerenbos roll. And then I'm gonna put some tomato sauce, my favorite sauce, on there.
Absolutely. We need some tomato sauce. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Oh.
I was born and raised here, been here my whole life. I'm 37 years old now. I've lived in different parts of the city, from Ocean View, which is all the way in the deep south. I've lived in Strandfontein, grew up there. Now I live in Mitchells Plain.
All right.
Yeah.
And what's it been like growing up here?
Nah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I don't want to ever leave this place. It's beautiful, as you can see.
yeah, totally.
Look at the picturesque mountain. We've got the sea.
Yeah.
You know, we've got 2 oceans.
Tell me about your like background, ethnicity, and does that affect your life over here? Because we all know that South Africa went through apartheid period when people were classified into different groups.
You know, I was born in apartheid, but I didn't grow up in apartheid. When I was a bit older, you know, that came to an end with Nelson Mandela being released from prison and all of that. So it didn't affect my life too much because I was kind of free, you know. But now with the new government, they brought this thing out called BE. It's like a black empowerment and stuff. So it's kind of, the roles are kind of reversed. So I feel like colored people, you know, are still kind of in the middle. They're still not seeing the benefits of anything. But hopefully, you know, we've got, this year there was an election and the ANC government didn't get the majority of the vote. We'll see in the next 5 years how it goes, if things get better, hopefully. Like, I've got hope for the future.
What I love about Cape Town is that no matter which direction you head in, whether it's stumbling upon a cozy organic coffee shop, discovering a hidden beach, or taking one of the many scenic roads along the coastline, it's unbelievable. You absolutely have to take Chapman's Peak Drive. It's one of the most scenic roads in the world. It winds along rocky red cliffs and offers stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean. You can visit small towns like Simonstown, that's home to a major naval base. This is where David's family used to live. My friend Matthew lives here.
What I love about the city is just the architecture, the buildings are just so beautiful. And then also it's just, you know, really safe in general to walk here by yourself. You won't have any problems.
Not far from Simonstown is Boulders Beach, which is home to a colony of adorable African penguins. These little creatures are a true highlight of the area. Unfortunately, some experts predict that they will go extinct in the next 35 years due to habitat loss, overfishing, and other environmental pressures.
So as you actually might not know, that these were actually formerly known as the jackass penguin, because like the sound they make is basically sounds very similar to a donkey.
Can you make the sound?
I am bad at that.
For a unique way to travel around, there is a commuter rail line. It connects Cape Town with the southern suburbs and the charming towns along the west coast of False Bay, with Simonstown being the final stop. The line has 28 stations in total, and it offers incredible views of the coastline. You can visit Hermanus. It's a charming little town famous for whale watching, especially between June and November. But even if you don't spot any whales, the town still has a lot to offer, like some of the freshest seafood you'll ever find.
Is that what they call platter?
This is what they call a platter.
Exactly. Okay.
So where
Please.
you from?
Russia.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Boy, we're here to film.
This is calamari, deep fried calamari with chips.
Deep fried calamari. And the name of my fish? I keep forgetting. King Clip.
Yeah.
In Hout Bay, you can take a boat trip to visit Seal Island, home to hundreds of playful seals. It's an unforgettable experience. And of course, don't forget to visit the Cape of Good Hope. The views are absolutely breathtaking. Just keep an eye out for the indigenous wildlife, like baboons and ostriches. They roam freely around the area.
Well guys, this is Cape of Good Hope, and the first explorer to ever do a modern rounding of the Cape was Bartolomeu Dias, who was a Portuguese explorer. He did it all the way in 1487. And he actually gave this place the name of Cape of Storms because it's not exactly famous for good weather. It's mostly storms, a lot of ships wrecked here.
However, did you know that the southernmost point of Africa isn't the Cape of Good Hope? It's actually Cape Agulhas. If you decide to visit it, be prepared for a bit of a drive, but along the way, you'll pass through quaint small towns and scenic countryside. Plus, you'll hear radio stations playing in a mix of languages. And hey, it's all about the journey at the end of the day, right?
Well guys, welcome to Cape Agulhas. This is the southernmost tip of Africa, right? And this is where the two oceans meet. And you have Indian Ocean on this side, it's warm. You have Atlantic Ocean on this side, and it's chilly. And it's super windy today, you can tell. Can barely hold it.
About 40 minutes away from Cape Town, you'll visit Stellenbosch. This is South Africa's most renowned wine region, home to over 350 wineries. One of the oldest and most iconic estates is Groot Constantia, which dates back to the 1600s. Let's dive into its fascinating history.
We have 9 different types of soil on this estate. We have land at a different altitude. One of our highest altitude, it's literally where we grow our Sauvignon Blanc, somewhere around almost 300 meters above sea levels. We are known for the best wines around the world. Our Sauvignon Blanc was voted the best Sauvignon Blanc in the world.
In the town of Franschhoek, you can take a wine tram and hop between several wineries to sample their finest wines all in one day. It's a genius idea, especially because you don't want to be driving after indulging in all those amazing wines.
We've had 5 glasses already now, and we're on to our next stop, and it's only 10:45.
Where do you come from?
London, England.
Okay.
North London. That's the best part.
I stayed at Zorgvliet Wines Country Lodge. It's a hidden gem in the heart of the winelands. For $100, I got a whole house. The food was exceptional, and the wine was truly delightful. It's a beautiful wine estate, established all the way in 1692.
You can do like a pub crawl, but with wine farms from wherever you wanted into the...
I wouldn't quite say a pub crawl, I would say more of a wine tasting experience.
Anyways, cheers.
I met these British guys, and we had an absolutely epic wine tasting. The wine was so good that one of them suddenly declared, "I'm a great horse rider." And before anyone could say anything, he was ready to show us his skills right then and there.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Apparently the wine had unlocked some hidden equestrian talent. Next thing you know, he's trying to find a horse to ride in the middle of a vineyard. Classic.
He's not a trained horse.
Oh,
No,
so
not-
no
not a
chance.
trained horse. No, he's not trained.
Okay.
You go up to him, and you try that. You see how he ran far away. He's not.
Cape Town has a downside. It is seriously addictive. I asked a few locals if they'd consider moving anywhere else.
I wouldn't. My name is Jess Adrian. I've lived in Cape Town all my life. I am what you call a quintessential local. If you're coming here for the first time, there are obviously some really big tourist attractions that you have to go to, but there are some hidden gems that I think a lot of people don't really know about in Cape Town. Ager breweries in Nurtuk, some of our secret beaches on the west coast. So you can just drive up there and you can find any single one. You might even have a beach all to yourself on that side of the world. Really, if you speak to any of the locals, those hidden gems, it's way better than any tourist destination that you could actually go to.
Nice ride, man.
Thank you very much.
What do you do for a living?
About to retire from business and a full-time forex trader.
I want to hear some tips from a guy like you about Cape Town for like people who want to visit.
You want to go as local as possible. Avoid the tourist traps. Avoid the agents. Go get local. Go and break bread with people. The quickest way to meet people is to break bread with people. Learn a couple of the local words, local slang, a little bit of the language, and you'll be in there, no problem. That's what it's about.
You want to clue me in? Some slang words, local?
Can I say bad words? Fuck it! Fuck it is lekker!
Also, everyone around Cape Town, man, is so kind. I can say, man, so kind. It's a beautiful place to be. I work for a fishing company as a consultant, and then also side hustle, man. I do YouTube, I do a TikTok. I mean, I basically do everything.
I feel like as long as you have the energy, you're going to do well, right?
Exactly,
You'll find
exactly.
what to do.
And also the mindset. As long as you have the mindset, man, you know, I'm one person. I always tell myself, if I want something, I can get it, you know. So, and also, man, I've achieved a lot, man, at a young age. Right now, currently, I'm 24, and I did everything by myself, no parents, nothing. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's impressive.
Is Cape Town safe? Well, it's generally safe, especially if you stick to tourist-friendly areas and avoid walking the streets after dark. But here's the thing. Cape Town's crime stats are actually pretty shocking. With 63 homicides per 100,000 people, it's actually more dangerous than Johannesburg. For my American viewers, think of it as being more dangerous than Baltimore, but safer than St. Louis. During my stay, I heard about a Russian guy who had his phone snatched right out of his hand in a taxi. Apparently, he left the window open, so always roll up those windows. Locals have it down to a science. What really hit me was the stark income gap. On one hand, you've got informal settlements with no electricity, and on the other, you've got Ferraris parked by the V&A waterfront and the upscale southern suburbs like Rondebosch, Claremont, and Constantia, which boast excellent schools, parks, and wineries. The contrast is wild. The best thing about Cape Town is that it truly has something for everyone. Whether you like outdoor activities, paragliding, fine wines, or just kicking back on the beach, you'll never run out of things to do. If Cape Town can overcome its challenges, I honestly think it could become the best city in the world. I had an amazing time and I made some great friends. And like Terminator, I'll be back. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about Cape Town. Have you ever been to Cape Town? Would you like to visit it? Thank you, bye-bye.